Hi Libra, happy birthday to all the lovely Libras out there. This is not your ordinary Libra season based on beauty, cooperation, fairness and balance. Those qualities are still there, of course, but Mars in your opposite sign is ready to do battle with your energy and all the outer planets in Capricorn too. This is a busy month. Mars in Aries is opposing the Sun in your sign on the 13th, 14th, depending on where you are, exposing any inner resentments and frustrations that you have buried perhaps in order to keep the peace, especially in partnerships or business. Take good care on this day. You may feel on edge, so this is a day to practice meditation and patience no matter who pushes your buttons. Furthermore, Mars will oppose your annual new moon on the 16th, and this does not mean that you shouldn't put forward your positive intentions for the next 2 weeks to 6 months of what you want to manifest in your life. This is still your season, Libra, regardless of what the other cardinal signs are up to. If anything, the pushback from Mars is showing you where you could be a little more selfish and take more time for you and what you want rather than negotiating all the time. Negotiations are just harder this month, and any imbalances in your relationships feel like they're fully on display. Remember that any discord and problems that present in your relationships are also presenting solutions, and despite the frustrations, try to remain cooperative and see both sides of the argument. Mediation is key. The full moon in your opposite sign of Aries on the 1st of the month brings to the fore how you feel about your relationships entirely, and may provide you with new insights into a partner or new insights into how you behave in relationships and why. I do have a full moon special video on what it means, and it goes more in depth into it. It will be linked below if you want to have a look. Family and home-wise, Mars is kind of causing trouble too. It squares off with Pluto on the 9th and Jupiter on the 19th. Tensions may creep up, particularly with landlords, parents, or those you're contractually connected to. You have the charm to get out of anything though, but notice if there are any power imbalances around you. It's important to stay away from emotional intensity when it comes to making decisions. Stay calm, take notes, but sleep on any important decisions because your past could be playing tricks on you. Your ruler Venus has some lovely energy this month in Virgo, your 12th house. This energy can introduce you to a soulmate. Venus trines Uranus on the 10th in your 8th house, which is seductive and full of sparks for those of you in romantic bonds. We finish the month with a full moon in Taurus, illuminating your intimacy sector and spicing up your love life. You may deepen a commitment, or a secret admirer may be revealed via the internet. Interesting. Have a wonderful month, Libra, and I will see you in the tarot section coming up next.
Hi Libra, welcome to the tarot portion of October 2020. Happy birthday to all the October born Libras and happy Libra season. So let's have a little look and see what your cards have to say for Libra. Ooh, 10 of Swords just popped out, so you've been through something. You've been through something heavy. You're closing out a cycle. Interesting. You're closing out some kind of cycle. There has been a very heavy, possibly very upsetting change for you. Either that or just everything is getting on top of you finally, emotionally and in your head. Ooh. 9 of Swords. You are not feeling so good. Okay. There's a lot of crown chakra imbalance. There's a lot of feeling very confused, but there's also greatness coming in. 10 of Pentacles. So let's split the deck and see what we get. 10 of Pentacles. You're working towards something despite the obstacles. Have faith. It's going to pay out. Let's have a look at your cards. First card, Strength. 8 of Cups. The King of Swords. 7 of Swords. And the Devil. Oh, Libra. Okay. Let's clarify the Devil. 9 of Swords. 9 of Cups. Okay. And underneath is the Lovers. Beautiful. Okay, so Libra. There's some heavy stuff going on for you in your season. So the signs that are appearing, if you would like to know, Capricorn, air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Leo, and those are what are showing. Those are the signs that are showing up so far, so bear that in mind. Okay, so right off the bat, your first energy is the Strength card, where you've had to be very patient, and I understand that particularly because of the astrology, when you've had friction in your in October, you will have friction in your family sector, you will have friction in your romantic sector, and you'll probably have friction between the two, Libra. So what this is saying to me is that you've had to be very patient with aggressive people. And that's a big part of October. It's actually a big part of October, believe it or not, for the world as a collective. For you in particular, because the first 7th house axis is occurring for you in the same signs as it is for the collective, but reversed, you're going through similar energies, but almost flipped. So I think for you what this is saying is that you are trying very hard to be your usual self that's cooperative, that likes to harmonize. You still like to weigh up decisions carefully. And I think for a lot of you, Libra, some of you will find around the full moon that certain people or situations that you've been entertaining and trying very hard to balance out were actually not worth balancing out. They could have been quite toxic. So you may have found that you were dealing with people who were very uncouth. They were not the same person as they first appeared to be. Not that anybody is per se, everyone's wearing a mask of some kind. That is what we put forward to the world. But I think for a lot of you, there was someone playing as a character. I say that because of the 7 of Swords and the Devil energy. And now this could be yours, you could have been hiding something or pretending to be a certain way, or trying very hard to gain control of a certain situation and maybe keeping things from your family about it. But what I'm seeing here for you, Libra, is that a lot of your anxiety is coming from trying to fix things, trying to balance things out with people that are not reciprocating. So around the Aries full moon in the 1st, and particularly through the month, as the sun in your sign opposes the Aries energy, because Aries energy and Libra energy is more or less going to be opposed in a big way for most of the month. The energy is showing you where in your partnerships you're doing too much. The Devil is actually kind of an energy of excess. It can be the sex, drugs, and rock and roll card. And for you, that could be coming across as a relationship or a dynamic that's become unhealthy, that's really caused you a lot of concern. Now, I think for many of you, you could be out of that, but old fears or whatnot are kind of creeping up. That could be something, because for a lot of you, I see this as being a big, the Aries full moon in particular, it's a big reset in love for you. Okay. The King of Swords is in your positive position, which assures me and should assure you that this is your season and you will come out on top. The King of Swords is also indicative of male figures around you who want to help, people who see your star shining because you are the sign of the moment, people that see you glowing, they see you at your best. It could also mean you're dealing with another air sign, an Aquarius, a fellow Libra, or a Gemini. Your main focus in the middle here, your hopes and fears, is wanting to move on, whether it's from something, from a fight, from a relationship, from a situation, from a way of looking at things. It just feels like you want to move forward, or you have a dream that you want to move forward. Now, what has to change here, Libra, is the obsessive thinking, because there's a wish trying to come through. Okay, there's a birthday wish, 9 of Cups. I would say, based on the astrology of everything, with the new moon in your sign, you're to manifest new things. The 16th, 17th is a beautiful time to manifest. But also it's the 14th. The sun is trining the true node. And that's the sun in your sign. So when it connects with the true node, I would say to you, there will be an illumination of what you should do, what you should go for, what you should manifest. Because don't forget, Gemini is in tarot the magician. So we have Gemini's energy represented here with the Lovers, and we have the Queen of Cups, and we have Judgment. So for many of you, Libra, you could be thinking, with Mars being retrograde, a lot about somebody from the past. Could be a water sign, sun, moon, or rising. But I think there could be somebody on your mind, or there could be somebody who appears in your life this month or is an ongoing situation, that with Judgment and the Lovers card, they feel like you've done time with them before on the earth. You know, that kind of a feeling where you see somebody for the first time and they seem familiar, or you're just really drawn to them. It could be that. Now, this could be somebody from the past, as I say, but we don't know how far back our past goes, so bear that in mind. It could be a Scorpio with Judgment, but it could be a Gemini too. Somebody from the past could reappear. Now, that could be to do with Mars being retrograde in your partnership sector and the full moon in your partnership sector, so keep that in mind. I would say possibly around the 13th you could hear from somebody interesting. Okay. Now the 15th is showing up here as being something significant as well. That's when the sun in your sign squares Pluto. So be careful of engrossing yourself in toxic arguments or conversations. That is something to bear in mind. Okay, so the wish that's coming, 9 of Cups. It's on the other side of your anxiety. So how often do we hear, you know, it's kind of overdone at this point, the toxic positivity of you have to feel 100% to manifest your dream life or be in alignment with it. No, that's not necessarily true. You just have to be focused on it. You know? If that were true, you would never see anybody. And of course it works better if you're in a good space. But we have seen people before where they've been in a really bad mood and something good has happened and it's lifted them out. What I'm seeing for you is that something really good comes in that alleviates your anxiety. Okay, that's something that I'm seeing. You're very worried about something and then it works out better than expected. Okay, or it works out in a way to set you up for something better. That's something that's very clear. So let's look at your energy cards, Libra, and see what we've got for you. Ooh, what was that? That is the community card and it's on the floor. Okay, so we have community, meaning that people around you are going to be very supportive this month, but it could also mean that the energies are just focusing, they're very much astrologically focusing anyway, on your relationships. Let's draw a couple more. Door to personal happiness and healing. Beautiful. Okay. That was far too many. But they were all about chakras. One more for Libra. That one wanted to be seen. The temple path. Okay. So Libra. One of the things that I'm seeing for you is that you have to focus more on your own happiness. I know that you're trying really hard to get everybody in alignment. You're trying really hard to cooperate. You're trying really hard to keep things groovy. But you're really being asked to focus here, yes, on peace because you see the white dove, but things will resolve themselves. You know, this month is all about breakthroughs. And I see that in a big way for you with the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Cups and the Devil. You're really breaking free from some toxic habits or some toxic people or some toxic dynamics, especially in a power struggle. Okay? And the reason that you're doing that is because it's revealing to you your new path. There's some kind of, for some of you, this looks like a new job or a new community, like a group of like-minded individuals that really want to focus on the same thing. So for a lot of you, this could be, I guess, a political cause. It could be an environmental cause. It could be women's rights in particular with community. It could be something you could be working on. You know, we see a lot of Libras, celebrity Libras that are politicians, for example, you know, on their personal quest for justice. So for a lot of you, this could be that kind of energy. I think for many of you, you're understanding a calling in terms of working with a particular group of people. So bear that in mind, especially around the 14th when the sun trines the true node. I think that you could meet some like-minded people that may actually be in a different country or a different state or something like that in particular. But I love the door to personal healing and happiness. I do feel that for a lot of you with the 7 of Swords and the challenge, you've attracted into your life or you've had to release from your life, Libra, some very negative people, especially with the Devil card up here. And that could be what your breakthrough is. You could be working to get yourself out of that headspace. I think for many of you, the Devil and the Nine of Swords could mean as well that you deal with depression or anxiety or some kind of really, an affliction on your happiness is the way that I see this. And I think with the energies being where they are and Mars retrograding and your family sector as well, the tensions between your energy and your family energy doesn't necessarily mean individuals, but it can mean the past. So a lot of you are healing your attachment styles, your wounds. Maybe you're very, very afraid of abandonment. Maybe you run away from love, whatever this is, because love is highlighted here. I see you having a real breakthrough in love and your relationships, okay? So I hope you have a wonderful month. We're going to be going into the extended Libra if you want to join me there. It's linked below, and I will see you soon. Bye.